Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Grand rising everybody. Grand rising everybody. Grand rising everybody. Hope y'all having a great start to your day. I got my tea. I made some oatmeal bars yesterday. Got a banana. And of course, if you've watched any of my previous lives, I'll always give me a little yogi message. You know what I'm saying, for the day. I haven't been going live the past 2 days simply to recycle some things, let go of some things, recognize some old habits that I need to let go and learn a lot of different new stuff. And that is what this video is mainly going to be centered around, which is why the name of this live is called Be Fair to You. Be fair to you. Now, there are different levels to you that you need to be fair to. But before we get into that, let me read this message, this beautiful, beautiful message. The plants have enough spirit to transform your limited vision. The plants have enough spirit to transform your limited vision. Wow. How this gonna fall like that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Hold on, give me a second. Let me fix my didgeridoo. My didgeridoo. Actually, I'm finna put it here. Put it here. I hope y'all hear me well, because I had to move the mic. So, let me make sure. Yeah. All right, bet. So, the plants have enough. Hold up. The plants have enough spirit to transform your limited vision. The plants have enough spirit to transform your limited vision. Everything around us is connected to spirit, connected to energy. Everything is energy. And so are you. You are energy. Nani, I guarantee y'all, if you've ever watched Avatar, The Last Airbender, or have seen this clip talking about the flow of chakras, and in the clips that they were talking about, gave an explanation for each one and what can cause the blockages for each chakra point. Some blockages may be attachment to a trauma experience that you never healed from. Some could be an attachment from something that you believe to be true, but it's actually toxic to you. It's a lot of things that can be a definite, blockage from your. So when I say be you, there are multiple different versions, aspects of you. There are 7 different spaces within yourself that are centers that accumulates energy and flows energy through you. So when we were all kids, the one thing that we all was able to do was cry. We all used to cry as kids, as babies, because that was the one way we can express what was going on. And in the same way, tears is your soul cleansing itself. So some babies cried a lot because probably in their past life, they had to release a lot of things in this incarnation when they came here. Some babies don't probably cry that much when they first get here. And that's due to either what their mission is or what they remember, so on and so forth. So being fair to you is being fair to the aspects of what you are. I was talking to my homie yesterday about like some of our old versions of ourselves, the versions of ourselves we moved past. And like I had like a small moment today, like without our past moments that we went past, that we moved forward from, we would have never got to right now. So if I would have never went through the phase of being in a lack mindset, being like complaining, or what's another one? Being in a mindset or in the space of feeling like I don't have enough. If I never was in those spaces, I wouldn't have been able to understand what's it like to get out of those spaces. We go through different boxes or phases of ourselves. And each box or phase is an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to get out of. So like the question that I feel everybody should ask themselves, what box have I put myself in? What box have you set yourself inside of, and now you have to work to get out of it? Is this box one that is teaching you a lesson? Is this box a spiral of blessings? Is this box a spiral of toxicity? You know what I'm saying? We have to ensure the things that we put into our body, or the things that we are observing, is actually a key to get us out of where we're in right now. So one of the things I've been very much appreciative of is my ability to detach from a lot of things. And because I've detached from what it means to really desire many pleasurable desires, like physical flesh desires, I've done a lot of jobs, a lot of different modalities, different concepts of breaking through those things, simply because I recognize how it's not as helpful if these pleasures are overcoming what my purpose is. Saw a video of Vontu Cut. He had talked about how make your purpose your pleasure. That's how it should be. Your purpose should be your pleasure. And for a while now, I had a different purpose due to a certain reason, a certain traumatic experience that happened in my life. And this week, I was doing shadow work, and I had recognized, like, first off, we make our own purpose as humans. We end up creating our own purpose due to what happens in our life. If something traumatic happened to you, like, say, for instance, you got into a bad accident, or someone in your family passed away, or your parents moved away or separated from your other parents, like, we create a purpose for ourselves in that moment. Like, okay, like, since that day you decided to never do this, or you will strive to become that. A lot of rappers, they strive to get out of the streets, but then do the same things that they would have been doing in the streets with the money that they have now. And that just goes into intention. Being fair to you is setting an intention for what you desire to really do to move yourself out of where you at right now. Because a lot of times we are so busy in this matrix world that we forget that the words we say to ourselves, the thoughts that we have to ourselves, the people who we are around, that we decide to put around ourselves, is also part of our world. And sometimes people say life isn't fair. I don't believe that. I don't believe life isn't fair. I feel like people make life unfair. If life wasn't fair, we would be doing a lot more things, or we'll be experiencing a lot more things that has put us in a position where we're always in survival mode on a larger scale. Like, for instance, we are not getting up in 10-degree weather, going outside hunting for food. We are not getting up and battling animals as soon as we wake up because they want our territory. We're not getting up and having to migrate from places to places because the seasons is changing. We are in a time right now where we can literally not even make, we can survive in all terrains of nature in our household. Now, me, on the other hand, I'm going to incorporate more and more what nature really can do for an individual, because nature itself is what we are. We're a part of nature. We have all aspects of nature within us. Trees look like lungs. You can even think of the roads, the highways. That's like the roads and highways of the cells moving through our body. You know what I'm saying? That shit was so hot. Oh my goodness. I did just make it a second ago, but my mouth is dry and I didn't want to, Anywho, let me take a piece of this oatmeal bar created. So a lot of times I've recognized different recipes and stuff that I like to make. And I feel like I'm at the point in my life right now where I want to create so much. Like I want to do so many things, like at one step at a time. Like I don't want to take one step and create six things. No. Each day, I want to do as much as I can in each hour, in each second, in each minute. I want to make the most out of every second. And that's simply because I've recognized what it's like to not do that. Like, do y'all know that before you ever become a genius, before you ever became smart, before I ever became the person that I am now, I had to not be it. I had to not be who I am now in order to become who I am now. Because if you're already a person that knows how to drive, you ain't gonna never know not how to drive. If I was to, let's see, if I was to be a teacher, I had to first be a student. And in order to get yourself from that student to a teacher stage, you have to be fair to yourself. And being fair to yourself is really just understanding where are your limitations, how can you break these limitations? Because a lot of times we limit ourselves when we are ultimately limitless. The biggest state of consciousness that I've been able to appreciate is that real life, there is no maximum. There is no highest capability. Even when you say, like, if you hear the term, not even just hit a term, if you think about climbing up a mountain, there are more than just that one mountain. There's more than just that one. And since there's more than just that one, you have more climbing to do. You have more things to experience. Mm. So the blueberry, this oat bar I made, it's 3 bananas smashed up, oats, almond butter, blueberries, a little bit of white chocolate. Just a little bit of white chocolate. Mm. I'm actually going to start recording the meals that I made because I made something super good yesterday too. They were like stuffed mashed potato patties or stuffed potato patties. Yeah. I had put mushrooms, spinach, and a little bit of like some dairy-free provolone cheese. And oh my God, that is so good. Like I was actually surprised, and the process was super fun. Super fun. Super, super fun. So everything around you is a version of you, whether you want to accept it or not. Everything around you is a concept that has resided in you first, and now you are seeing it outside of you. And since you are seeing it outside of you, there's a lot of times where those who are not as positive in their reality, things will happen to them that is a reflection of what they do to themselves. So think about this. Actually, don't even think about this. I have a scenario, an example, a personal story. I drive for FedEx, right? So since I drive for FedEx, I go to different places, go to different houses to deliver. I go to a police station to deliver a box, and I pulled, stopped, and I did not see the person who like I stopped behind because it's a quick like less than 2 minutes. Supposedly he was backing up, and he was like honking the horn like, "Hey man, you saw me trying to back up." I'm like, "I'm honestly did not see you. Just give me 2 minutes." Went in, delivered it, came back out. and he was like still upset. And he's in a red vehicle, so that's like root chakra energy, right? And I'm like, damn, this must be a part of what my root chakra be going through. Like, do I get upset at myself like this over like 2 minute increments or some shit? and then, and then after I got in the truck, I started laughing because of that same like understanding. I started laughing at that, and then when I was pulling off like to turn around the other way, this guy backs up and hits the curb that he was backing up out of, and then had to leave. So I'm like, you did all of that, almost damaged your car, and then you had an attitude. And the thing that makes it more abundant in that experience is that I'm able to laugh about it. I'm able to not allow it to bring my frequency down. Not everything obviously is going to be a joke. Not everything is going to be funny, but it's if you can smile through your pain, if you can find pleasure in your pain, if you can find a way to not allow the matrix itself to throw off your pedestal of you, that you are very powerful, super powerful, super powerful, super. Today is Friday. Friday is a heart chakra day, and that's why I'm wearing an abundance of green today, just embodying that energy. And I'm honestly like happy to be back up here because it has been like a couple days. So yeah, man, I've been making music for about 2, 3 years now. I think it's about to be 4. And this weekend is when I'm going to start putting my energy towards really promoting my music now, like on a larger scale. Like on a larger scale. For real, for real. Because one thing I can say about the power of when you create something of your own, one, it definitely hits close to home. But two, it does make you feel a bit worried, just a little bit of worry about how someone will perceive your creation. But because I've been able to actually take a moment away from dropping anything and just observing how, um, not only how others do their thing, but more of the expansion of how I can take my music to different avenues of self. It allowed me to be more fair to myself. Like, bro, sometimes I put on a headset, I sit there, and when I record, I make sure that the I hear myself while I'm recording. It's not like I press play and then I record and then I hear the playback. Nah, I want to hear myself as I'm doing it. So if I'm hearing myself as I'm doing it, I'm like, wow, my voice sounds really good on this track right now. And then I always give myself affirmations before I start just to lift my energy up even more. And it's crazy how much your own vibration can lift you up when you allow it to. Like that shit's so cool. So cool, bro. When you're able to lift yourself up just from your own energy is like the most amazing feeling ever. It's like the most amazing feeling ever. Like for real, for real. Yeah, man. Be fair to you, bro. Love who you are. Love who you are. Your ancestors love you. So why not love you? You here for a reason. If you can breathe, you're here for a reason. And if you know your reason, you're lit. If you don't know your reason, you'll find it. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. Everything does take time. We can't manifest things off the top of the head right now, this second. However, the more you put energy towards it, the more you continue to live in the vibration of that manifestation, it'll happen. And the best way you live in that manifestation is by being fair to yourself. And sometimes, in order to be fair to yourself, you have to like knock out the old version of you. And that old version of you is like real talk, a version of you that is on a level of gratitude and appreciation, to be real. Hey, good morning, brother. Malik from Finisher. Good message to start off the morning. Definitely gonna have a talk about this. I know you had the same kind of mind state. Peace and love to you, bro. Yeah, man. I've been on this type of mind state for a very long time. I'm just able to now interpret a lot of the stuff off the top and just let it go on social media. For real. Because a lot of times, you know, when you are on a different mind frame, you tend to not be around people on a consistent basis. Like I've been on my own, doing my own type of you know what I'm saying, journey, exploration by myself. And the cool thing about when you do a journey or go through a self-exploration, you tend to meet people just like you. So that's the beauty part about it. That's why I'm going live, so I can end up meeting more people like you. So thank you. Real talk. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things that I've always desired when I was a kid is that I wanted to be known for being different compared to everybody else. Like if everybody wants to go left, I'm gonna go right. If everybody wants to duck, I'm gonna jump and do a flip. I'm gonna jump and do a flip. If everybody want a Nissan, I'm gonna get a Lexus. If everybody want a Mercedes, I'm gonna get a Lamborghini. Like, and that's even for real though. Like, I really don't get why so many people like the car Mercedes. I really don't get it. I really feel like it's I do get it. It's really just these celebrities that show it so much, and because that's promoted so much, people see it. They want to get it to live at that same status as them. So if they get in the same room as some of these celebrities, they feel like if they have the same thing that they have, they can relate. When really we are all the same thing. We are all human beings. Yes, we are souls and spirits experiencing a human experience to elevate our soul, elevate our consciousness. It's just at the same time, we are all one at the same time. We are all on one landmass, on one planet. Mm. I'm gonna give y'all a way that you could be fair to yourself with 3 things you could do. Number one, we're gonna talk about what you can eat. If you've been talking about or working on trying to either gain weight, you should try to actually create something that is a bit more heavy that you can have a full meal of instead of going somewhere and buying a full plate of food. Here's 2 reasons why. When you go and buy food from somewhere else, you don't know who's making it and you don't know how their day is going. So you don't know what frequency is going to be put into it. Now, you can alchemize that energy with your intention and with prayer. You can't alchemize that energy, but it still has the origin of it that's within it. And the other thing you can do is create your own meals. When you create your own food, literally, when you see all the ingredients spread out, you can put intention within each ingredient and how it's going to help build what you want to build. Literally. And when you create something of your own, you tend to appreciate it a lot more than when you go buy from somebody else. Like real shit, I'm gonna make more of these oatmeal bars instead of buy Nature Valley bars. Like for real. Because I didn't realize one, how something you can make so simple, so good with the simplest ingredients. But then when you go to the store and you look at the ingredients for like whatever Nature Valley bar, oatmeal bar, whatever, they have over 15 ingredients. Why do you need over 15 ingredients for one bar? I don't get that. So it's like everything that we want at a quick access, there's more things put into it so it could be quickly given to you. But when you take the time and actually build something yourself, it really allows you to appreciate each process of that. So that's the first way if you can be fair to yourself, is by creating things for yourself so that you can consume it and appreciate what you consume. You appreciating what you created and you consuming it allows you to Be more abundant about what you can create in this life and have it for yourself and share with others. That's the first way. The second way you can be fair to yourself is whatever thoughts, feelings, and or emotions that you have, be vulnerable and open to where the origin of these thoughts, feelings, emotions came from. When you are open to these thoughts, feelings, emotions, and what is the difference between feelings and emotions? A feeling is something that you have and you don't really have a name on it, but you feel it. Like if you used to go in a room and the energy ain't right, and you feel it, but you can't name what it is, but you feel it. That's what I mean by feel. An emotion is something you can explain. It's literally your energy and emotions. You can put a title or a name to this energy and emotion. But anywho, I don't want to get off track. Be fair to what is revealed to you to the surface because it's being revealed to you for a reason. And this reason is for you to build your awareness. So if you sometimes are type to overthink a little bit and then you get a vision of like you getting mad or something, that's because you're taking the chance. Your body is showing you the vision of how you are energetically moving. So you can do one main thing to center yourself. And it's something we all can do because we all have the ability to do it. Breathe. Every breath you take, you are restarting your life clock. If you was to sit there and hold your breath for 10, 15, try 30 minutes, I want to see how long you think your body finna not turn a different color because ain't no circulation of air coming through. So once again, the second way to be fair to yourself is by simply opening up to what's being revealed to you and being okay with what it is. And when I say okay, I'm not saying like, okay, that's cool. Okay, that's all right. Like, no. When I say be okay with what's being shown, I mean like, okay, I noticed this. Why? Where is this coming from? Where did this originate? How did this get to the surface? Where in my body is this surfacing from? That's you being fair to yourself because you allowing the inner you to expose itself to the outer you. And the outer you is like, obviously, the version of you that's looking out into the world right now. Now, if you have the ability to upgrade your consciousness to the point where you can go within you while you are out in the world, that's dope. That's dope. I've been making overnight oats as of recent. The feeling and knowing that everything in it, my choice, customizable and healthy, is a feeling unlike no other. Real talk, bro. For real. When you create something that you decided to take the time and figure out how it could all come together, it's the most beautiful thing ever. It's the most beautiful thing ever. So here's the last three. The last one. The first one we talked about food. Create something that is abundant to you. And obviously when you create it one time, you could change how you do it the next time. That's the beautiful thing about it. You could customize it any type of way you want. That's so fire. Second thing is be aware of what's coming to the surface from within. And when you are aware with this, what's coming to the surface from within, it is your choice to either use that awareness to change whatever is going on or ignore what's going on. Now, the obvious third one is accepting it because you can accept something for what it is and just leave it how it is. And the ignore one is when you see it and like, I don't want to think that right now. That's ignoring. And then changing is you like, oh, okay. How can I make this? How can I transform this to something better? That's you changing it. And the third one of being fair to you is being fair to everything that's outside of you. That means people, cars, their objects, material, bugs, animals, everything. Everything that's outside of you is a part of you. So be fair to all these different versions of you because you don't know when or where things may end up happening, and the only thing that you have that you can really rely on outside of yourself is the things that is around you. And I'm not saying your phone. You may have to rely on family. You may have to rely on your nature, which is animals, trees, the soil, and the insects. And then we have insects inside of us too. Like in our cells has beings inside of us that does things that they do. We have good and bad parasites. We have literal acid in our body that breaks down the food. And how do you think that food is able to be break down? Something is, bugging you. Something's bugging you. God is consciousness to become one with ourselves, i.e., God. We must listen to Him through our thoughts. Yes. Now, let me ask you a question. Does God speak to you through words or through feelings? Does God speak to you through words or through your feelings? Because if you think about it, even when in the beginning of a lot of these stories, the Bible said God spoke. He made a sound. He made a feeling. He made an expression. God is a creator. He created us in His image. Therefore, our purpose is to create. That's my personal belief. Nothing is coincidental. Oh yeah, definitely. Nothing is coincidental. What I'm saying is though, we are images of sound that is personified in material form. I'm making a sound right now. If I wasn't in this material form making a sound, I technically wouldn't exist in this world. My car is making a sound right now. The moment I turn it off, it is not a part of the constant motion of reality. It's still. If something doesn't make a sound, it doesn't really supply life or a personality. That's why it's important that we express ourselves, because if we don't, if something isn't able to express itself, it's high key dead. It's high key not able to give its take on things or give its expression onto things. That's why music is so powerful. That's why the songs you listen to is so powerful, because if you listen to music, it actually affects the worlds inside of you. It may not do it on a huge conscious rate, like people say, oh, I can listen to rap songs all day, but it's not going to affect how I be. It's going to affect your thoughts. You're going to be chilling throughout the day and you've been listening to YoungBoy, and then something gonna happen that piss you off, and you're gonna be like, oh, dumb bitch. like YoungBoy be. And you're gonna be like, where did that come from? You've been listening to YoungBoy for about 5-10 years. What you expect to happen? Everything you listen to, everything you consume is added on to your database, your blood cells, which is your database, and it adds on to your sound. So to even go to break down these 3 ways to be fair to yourself: number 1, create things that you can consume: music, food, videos. Create something that you can consume that allows you to express yourself in the greatest form possible. The second thing is, whatever is revealed to you from the inside, express to your inside that you are appreciative for this revealing process, and heal it if you feel it needs to be healed, or just interact with it since you have the ability to be aware of it. Kind of like if your left hand brings an idea, it is up to you to use your right hand to combine this idea with your understanding. If you don't decide to combine one and you're just kind of like this, you're just 2 walls looking at each other. You know what it's like when you look at a wall or look at a person and you're talking to them and it feels like you're talking to a straight wall? It's the most annoying thing ever, right? But when the energy goes like this, when the energy can combine itself and move forward, it's like literally you are elevating the conversation. You're having a full energy exchange. This is an energy exchange. You know what I'm saying? And the third thing is to understand that everything around you is a part of you. So be fair and be loving to everything that's around you, because how you treat things around you is ultimately how you treat yourself. If you ever ask yourself, oh, why'd I do them like that? It's because you do you like that. If you ever figured out, if you ever figure, not figure, if you ever wondered Why is it I act this way around these people, but act this way around these people? It's because a version of you that you don't like, you act like this to it, and another version of you that you kind of like, you act like this to it. So it's finding the balance of how you want to love things that you are around by loving the different things that is within you. So yeah, be fair to you, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. And thank you, bro, Malik, for being part of this live. I really appreciate it. You're the first one, bro. You're the first one. Thank you. Much gratitude, fam. No cap. Thank you. I'm going to go to work. I'm about to have a good flipping day. I hope y'all have a great day. And yeah, I love y'all.